Season 65, war number 8. Today we match up against MLA, and the bands are Bastion, Onslaught, Serpent, Symbiote Supreme, and Carolina Dean. And my team today is going to be my Ascended Spider-Punk and Franken Castle and Kushala. So, starting today on path 3, I did not take the fight before it, so we're going to start with the second fight. And I did have the player behind me donate a Wags pre-fight, which is going to help a lot against this Lumatrix, because that means we can hit him 3 times during a parry stun instead of just basically 1 because of Limber and his endurance that he has. And we'll go ahead and utilize Franken Castle's Crush effect to kind of just get to 2 bars of power, drop a special 2 with power backs, and then we'll be able to get to special 1, which will do a lot of damage, assuming Lumatrix doesn't fail the burst effects, which he definitely can do. So the Crush does have a cooldown on it, so we do have to worry about that a little bit, but again, I can hit him when he's stunned a lot because I have the Wags behind me, so that helps me a good bit. And I do believe I actually go for a combo and he just doesn't auto-block me, so that was actually just really lucky. I should have just waited to parry and then do the combo, but it's fine. And we got back a bar of power, which is awesome because of power backs. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit him a bunch here. He has the Crush on him, and he can't auto-block because of that. And we did get, I think it was 2 of the bursts, maybe only 1. But and I was hoping I could get another special 1 off with the Crush active, but we had a little bit of power rate reduction because of the suppression, and then I just go ahead and parry and do it while I'm still unstoppable after, and he's dead. So yeah, pretty chill fight. It only took just under a minute. And got a little bit lucky with him not auto-blocking me when he didn't have the Crush on, but it's otherwise a pretty solid fight. Next up, we're going to go fight Okoye on node 21. This is a pretty classic fight. Kushala pretty much always does this one, and this is like one of my first times doing it, but I mean, there's really not much to it. So you just kind of parry heavy, and then I'll drop a special 1. Which will nullify all of her buffs, and then she has none of her attack rating increase anymore, so I'm not at risk of dying in one combo. So I just need to still, of course, manage the encroaching stun pretty well. As you can see here, I'm just going to go for the special 2, and then the encroaching stun, of course, doesn't happen. And we get a little bit of extra damage from the soul barb, but not too much because we don't have a lot of buffs on her. But that's my only Kushala fight, so yeah, that's all for her. And then we'll go do another fight with Franken Castle. And all the Spider-Punk fights are going to be 4 minis and a boss in a row. So if you want to skip to those, I don't blame you, but I have them in the time code. So yeah, you can see that. But for the last 2 Franken Castle fights, they're pretty classic ones. Frank versus MODOK. This is on the one where you're not supposed to alternate hits, but I think I do still do that a couple times. Yeah. But then we're going to go fight 42 High Evolutionary, which is a classic one for me. And I did get a disintegration on me, which is just annoying because of the combat power rate reduction, but it's not too bad. And then I go for my special 2 here. Power backs don't kick in that much because we don't get any crits on the special 2. But it's pretty chill. Go for heavy there, and then we're just going to go ahead and hit him one more time, do one more combo, drop my first special 1. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and get our second special 1 in a moment. Just block his special 2. I'm unstoppable after the final hit, and I'm stun immune when I'm unstoppable, so we just do that. He parried me, but it didn't matter, and then my special 1 is perfectly enough damage to finish him off. So now we're going to go fight 42 High Evolutionary. This is the fight where I always turn Dex off, so I'm never triggering Power Snack in the fight. It helps out a lot. It just means that don't push him to special 2 or you are eating it to the face. And that's what we're just not going to do, is push him to special 2. So a PS1 boost helps a lot for this fight, but I didn't use one because I don't have too many left, and I still have 4 wars left in the season. And it's not like I needed to use it. It just helps out a decent bit in this fight because it speeds the process. But while High Evo's unblockable, you don't have to worry too much because you can get your unstoppable openings, and you don't need to worry about blocking, of course, if you can just wait till he hits you and then get your opening. And yeah, just drop my special 2 there. Does some decent damage, but we get the incinerates, which is what matters more. And then I'm building up to 1 bar of power to do our burst damage, and then ideally kill him right after. So I think I go for a heavy here. Yeah, we do a couple with lights and then heavy, and then I'm going to go for my special 1 right here, which is going to do enough damage to kill him. So yeah, pretty nice fight there. And then we'll finally move on to the Spider-Punk fight. So like I said, we have 4 of them, starting with this Deathless Thanos on node 44. This is Hazard Shift, Rupture, and Poison, and I was given a Shothra pre-fight, which is going to let me be poison immune, and that's going to help out a lot here because it means I don't need to be passive during one of the Hazard Shift phases. And at that point, it's just a big stun immune Deathless Thanos, and Spider-Punk is already very good against Deathless Thanos because he just punishes Thanos for dropping his special ones a lot. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and keep punishing his special ones, place the ruptures when I do. As we get our crowd ramped up, we're going to do more damage on the special ones. I'm sorry, on the ruptures by punishing his special ones. And yeah, everything in this fight goes pretty chill. I think there was like one sketchy moment. That was kind of one of them, when he stand your ground in my heavy, which I knew he could do, but I wasn't too worried about it. And then I dropped my special 2. I did miss one of the notes somehow, and then I actually did trigger as Unstoppable, but it's all good. We're not too worried about it. And yeah, he just wants to throw special 1 so much because of the taunt, because of the Encore passives, making him want to drop it. So I'm not too worried about anything at that point, because yeah, I want to be dropping a bunch of special 1s anyway. So we're in the ISO burst mode now, and yeah, he's dead. So very simple fight, and now we have a bunch of crowd ramped up to make our next fights even faster. And we're starting against this Kindred here on node 47. So this is the one where he has a chance to, well, not a chance, he just does falter me after a buff expires. There's a timer that'll put on me, and once that timer expires, I'm gonna get faltered unless I use a special or a heavy. And yeah, he did actually hit me when I tried to light start, but he decided to back up right after, which was kind of nice of him. And yeah, I want him dropping his special 1s often, but also not when the fight or flight buff is about to change, because I definitely don't want him going unstoppable. But this fight's going to go so freaking fast, because I had a PS1 boost to get to 2 bars of power faster, and Spider-Punk just hits ridiculously hard, especially once you have your crowd so high at the start of the fight. And yeah, as you can see here, like he's just dead, and I'm waiting for the root to trigger, and then I'll drop my special attack, and he goes down in 33 seconds, I believe, was the final fight duration. Alright, now we're gonna go fight Arnim Zola. Honestly, I could have done this fight with Franken Castle too. I could have done this fight with Kushala too. Honestly, everyone on my team would have been good for this fight. It's not a great placement anymore. But I used Spider-Punk. I think, in hindsight, maybe Frank would be the best of the 3. Because I've used Frank against Zolas before. It's very simple. He gets the heavy counter, no problem. And also Spider-Punk gets the heavy counter, no problem. But Zola just did not want to drop heavies at all. So instead, I ended up just countering his special 1s by doing the dash-in method, as you can see here. And yeah, Spider-Punk does that very easily. His medium attack is very quick, unlike some champs, so you have a lot higher of a window to be able to block after you dash in. And yeah, like he would keep full comboing in my block, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I have to heavy attack just by countering your special 1s, I guess, because I can't get him to charge as heavy for me to punish it. Because Spider-Punk does have the spacing to do that. You don't have to punish his heavy by getting the stun, which you can't do on this node anyway, or to use your heavy with your stun. Because yeah, he does have the correct spacing. So it's just a little bit annoying, but we don't have a lot of crowd because I can't do my evade, and I'm also not dexing his specials very often, but it's fine. We're still placing a bunch of ruptures just by punishing his special 1s, and that is my favorite thing about Spider-Punk. It's just the fact that you can just do so much damage simply by letting the opponent drop their special and then punishing them. It definitely doesn't feel as great when you eat the special attack and then lose a bunch of your crowd, but we still carry over 105 crowd to the Onslaught boss, and against Onslaught, a champion we're dexing a lot during their specials, it's really not going to be that hard to get back to 300 again. So yeah, Onslaught boss here. I was hoping I'd have my PS1 carryover, but I think it just ran out before I went into the fight. It's not really that big a deal. I'm going to go ahead and get my intercepts up early, get my physical vulnerabilities up, and we're going to start getting him to drop special 1s. Which is perfect. I didn't even realize that would stun. I forgot the stun immune phase switched over. And yeah, when he drops his special 1, I literally get 50 crowd because there's just so much to dex. And then 60 if he's going to get a rupture at the end of the attack, which he would once I get my Encore passives up. And yeah, like when I get my first rupture going, we're already at 255 crowd, so we really didn't lose that much, not carrying over a crazy amount from the Zola fight. And so yeah, now we're at 300. I'm going to drop my first special 2 after I get my physical vulnerabilities up, and Onslaught's just going to start melting now. Like, this is going to be one of the fastest Onslaught bosses I've ever seen. because Spider-Punk is just that guy. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let him take a crap ton of rupture damage from the special 2, build up to my second special 2 as fast as I can, and then go for my heavy here, which will refresh all my taunts and stuff. He'll place a crush on me, which is great, because that's just willpower healing, and we're in the ISO burst mode, which is doing a lot of extra damage for us, because it's basically just a built-in vigor passive, and that special 2 itself did almost 100,000 damage, because we had the physical vulnerabilities and stuff, making its damage really, really high. And I was hoping I'd get to my special 1 there. I was just a little bit too short on power, and then I actually eat his special 1, but it doesn't really do that much because I have the Encore passives, which are reducing his attack rating by so much due to Spider-Punk's sig ability. And yeah, those Neros were doing like nothing. So anyway, that was a super fast Onslaught boss, and yeah, Spider-Punk doing those 4 minis in a row was really cool. So I'm glad I finally got a war where there was a map that really made sense for him. We did lose this war. They only died 1 time, which is crazy, because I know this alliance dies like on average 12 times in a war, so maybe our defense just sucks or something. I don't know. But that was definitely a rough loss, but GG's to them. They obviously played out of their minds. And that puts us at, what is it, we're 8, so I think we're 4-4, so we do need to continue to win a good bit to get back into Masters. But yeah, that's all from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.